Yo, what is up, everybody? We're about to dive deep into the delicious world of Dutch food. That's right, forget your stroopwafel stereotypes. We're going full-on flavor adventure here. If you're planning a trip to the Netherlands or even just daydreaming about it, you need to know what to eat. Trust me, your stomach will thank me later. From sweet treats to savory snacks, we're about to unlock the secrets of Dutch cuisine. Get ready to drool, because we're about to take a wild ride through 12 must-try Dutch foods that will have you booking a flight faster than you can say lekker. Let's do this. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic, the stroopwafel. You know those thin waffle cookies with the gooey caramel center? Yeah, those bad boys. They're like the unofficial national snack of the Netherlands, and for good reason. Seriously, these things are dangerously addictive. Imagine biting into a crispy, wafer-thin cookie and getting hit with a wave of sweet, cinnamony caramel. It's like a party in your mouth, and everyone's invited. The best way to enjoy a stroopwafel? Get yourself a cup of coffee, preferably from a local Dutch coffee shop, and place that bad boy on top of the mug. The heat from the coffee will slightly melt the caramel, taking it to a whole new level of deliciousness. Trust me, it's a religious experience. You can find stroopwafels everywhere in the Netherlands, from street vendors to supermarkets. And while you're at it, why not try some of the flavored ones? Chocolate, hazelnut, you name it, they've got it. Don't leave the Netherlands without trying a stroopwafel. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Raw herring, seriously? But hear me out, because this Dutch delicacy is way more delicious than it sounds. Herring is a type of fish, and in the Netherlands they love to eat it raw. But don't worry, it's not just some random fish they pulled out of the ocean. It's cured, which means it's preserved in salt and other seasonings, giving it a unique flavor. The traditional way to eat herring is to hold it by the tail, dip it in chopped onions and pickles, and then just go for it. It's a bit of an acquired taste, but trust me, it's worth trying at least once. If you're feeling adventurous, you can also get it in a sandwich, or brûlée herring, which is basically just raw herring on bread with onions and pickles. It's surprisingly delicious. Look, I get it, raw fish isn't for everyone. But if you're feeling brave and want to try something truly Dutch, give herring a shot. You might actually like it. Let's move on to something a little sweeter, shall we? Poffertjes are like mini pancakes, but fluffier and more addictive. Seriously, these things are like little bites of heaven. They're made with a yeast batter which gives them their signature airy texture. Once they're cooked, they're dusted with powdered sugar and served with a generous dollop of butter. The best part about poffertjes? You can eat a ton of them without feeling guilty. They're so light and fluffy they practically melt in your mouth. You can find poffertjes at street markets, festivals, and even some restaurants. And if you're feeling extra indulgent, you can get them topped with all sorts of goodies like Nutella, whipped cream, or fresh fruit. Seriously, do yourself a favor and try some poffertjes. You won't regret it. Alright, let's talk bar snacks. When you're in the Netherlands and you find yourself in need of some deliciousness to accompany your beer, look no further than bitterballen. These little balls of fried goodness are a staple in Dutch pubs, and for good reason. They're basically deep-fried meatballs, but with a creamy, savory filling that will have you craving more. The filling is usually made with a mixture of beef, veal, or sometimes even chicken, along with butter, flour, and spices. They're then coated in breadcrumbs and deep-fried until golden brown and crispy. The best way to eat bitterballen is to dip them in mustard. The tangy mustard cuts through the richness of the filling, creating the perfect flavor combination. Trust me, when you're sitting in a cozy Dutch pub, enjoying a cold beer with a side of bitterballen, you'll understand why these little snacks are so beloved. Let's be real, you can't talk about Dutch food without talking about cheese. The Netherlands is famous for its cheese, and for good reason. From Gouda to Edam, the variety and quality of Dutch cheese is truly impressive. Gouda is probably the most well-known Dutch cheese. It's a semi-hard cheese with a nutty, slightly sweet flavor. Edam is another popular choice, known for its mild flavor and distinctive round shape. But don't stop there. The Netherlands has so much more to offer in the cheese department. Try some Maasdammer with its large holes and sweet, nutty flavor, or go for a bolder option like Beemster, a raw milk cheese with a complex, robust taste. No matter what your cheese preference is, you're sure to find something you love in the Netherlands. So head to a local cheese shop, sample some different varieties, and stock up on your favorites. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Fries? Seriously, but hear me out, because Dutch fries are not your average fries. They're thicker, crispier, and served with a variety of unique toppings that will blow your mind. Forget ketchup, we're talking mayonnaise, peanut sauce, curry sauce, and even something called oorlog, which translates to war, and consists of mayonnaise, peanut sauce, and onions. The secret to Dutch fries is double frying. They're fried once at a lower temperature to cook the potatoes through, and then again at a higher temperature to get them crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. Seriously, once you've tried Dutch fries, you'll never look at regular fries the same way again. When the weather turns cold in the Netherlands, there's nothing more comforting than a bowl of soup. This hearty pea soup is a winter staple, and for good reason. It's made with split peas, pork, celery, onions, leeks, and a blend of spices, simmered for hours to create a rich, flavorful broth. It's the kind of soup that warms you from the inside out. Traditionally, soup is served with slices of smoked sausage or rookworst, which adds even more flavor and heartiness to the soup. It's a meal in a bowl, perfect for a cold winter day. You can find soup at many restaurants throughout the Netherlands, especially during the colder months. So if you're visiting during the winter, be sure to give this delicious soup a try. Oliebollen, also known as Dutch donuts, are a beloved treat in the Netherlands, especially during the holiday season. These deep-fried balls of dough are crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and dusted with powdered sugar. What sets oliebollen apart from regular donuts is the addition of raisins and currants to the dough, which gives them a slightly sweet and fruity flavor. They're best enjoyed fresh out of the fryer when they're still warm and crispy. You can find oliebollen at street markets and festivals throughout the year, but they're especially popular during the weeks leading up to New Year's Eve. It's a tradition in the Netherlands to eat oliebollen on New Year's Eve, so if you're visiting during that time, be sure to join in on the festivities. If you're a fan of seafood, you have to try kibbeling. This popular Dutch snack consists of bite-sized pieces of white fish that are battered and deep-fried until golden brown and crispy. The fish is usually cod or whiting, and it's incredibly tender and flaky on the inside. The batter is light and crispy, seasoned with salt and pepper, and sometimes other spices like paprika or garlic powder. Kibbeling is typically served with a dipping sauce like mayonnaise, garlic sauce, or tartar sauce. It's a delicious and satisfying snack that's perfect for a quick bite or a light lunch. You can find kibbeling at most Dutch fish stalls and markets, especially in coastal areas. It's a must-try for any seafood lover visiting the Netherlands. Okay, this one is not for the faint of heart. Drop is the Dutch word for licorice, but it's not your average sweet licorice. Dutch licorice is known for its intense salty flavor that can be quite polarizing. Some people love it, some people hate it. But one thing's for sure, it's an experience. Dutch licorice comes in all shapes and sizes, from small chewy candies to large hard sticks. It can be sweet, salty, or even double salt, which is exactly what it sounds like, extra salty. If you're feeling adventurous, give Dutch licorice a try. You might just surprise yourself and discover a new favorite candy. Speculoos are spiced cookies that are traditionally eaten in the Netherlands around Sinterklaas, a Dutch holiday celebrated in early December. These thin, crispy cookies have a unique flavor that comes from a blend of warm spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, and cardamom. They're often formed into intricate shapes like windmills, animals, or even Sinterklaas himself. Speculoos are best enjoyed with a cup of coffee or tea, and they make a delicious and festive treat during the holiday season. Even if you're not visiting the Netherlands during Sinterklaas, you can still find speculoos at many bakeries and supermarkets throughout the year. They're a delicious and unique treat that you're sure to enjoy. Last but not least, we have appeltaart, the Dutch version of apple pie. This delicious dessert is made with a buttery, flaky crust that's filled with a generous amount of sweet and tart apples, cinnamon, and sometimes raisins or currants. What sets Dutch apple pie apart from other apple pies is the addition of speculoos spices to the filling, which gives it a warm and fragrant flavor. It's often served warm with a dollop of whipped cream or vanilla ice cream, making it the perfect way to end a meal. You can find appeltaart at most bakeries and cafes throughout the Netherlands. It's a classic Dutch dessert that's sure to satisfy your sweet tooth. So there you have it, folks. 12 must-try Dutch foods that will blow your mind. From sweet treats to savory snacks, the Netherlands has something to offer everyone. So next time you're planning a trip to Amsterdam or anywhere else in the Netherlands, be sure to add these delicious dishes to your culinary bucket list. You won't regret it. And hey, if you try any of these foods, let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite. Until next time, safe travels.